Hello my friends, it's episode 45. And it looks like the objective is to lose all your units. Which is very bizarre to me. So... I don't think there's a quick way to do this. Ironically, even if you were like... wanting to play this out, which is a strange thing to say because, I mean, the objective seems to be to lose everything. You seem to have like an ammo counter. And you wouldn't want to waste your ammo on auxiliaries anyway. Assuming that it, you know, counts down with every attack or something along those lines. Okay. Do I just win now? Yeah, I win. You know what? I love Panzer Corps 2 through and through, but this final DLC for me has been a bit of a little bit of a letdown for me, just because I'm a gamer. I love gameplay. I love playing games. And if you tell me that the objective is to lose all my units, well, one, that's a really strange objective. And undoubtedly, the mission will probably just keep spawning units forever until it happens, or something along those lines. It's a very strange objective, but two, it's obvious to me how to win that objective. Is to just delete everything and press end turn. Historically, the Battle for Berlin was a tragedy and an absolute bloodbath, but now the Western Allies have also given up the idea of taking Berlin for themselves. The decision was motivated by several factors. Supreme Commander General Eisenhower predicted any fight for Berlin would come at exorbitant costs, and not be worth what he now saw as just a political objective. The Allied conferences on how to divide post-war Germany had already agreed Berlin would be part of the Soviet occupation zone. And thus, Western Allied support for the Battle of Berlin was limited to just a handful of airstrikes, while their main ground efforts focused on dismantling the remnants of the German Wehrmacht spread across southern Germany. At the same time, the importance of Berlin had not diminished one bit in the eyes of Soviet soldiers. They were spurned onward and told the time has come to free our fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, wives, and children still languishing under the fascist yoke of Germany. Time has come to draw up the balanced sheet of abominable crimes perpetrated on our soil by the Hitlerite cannibals and to punish those responsible for these atrocities. Time's come to inflict the final defeat on the enemy and draw this war to a victorious conclusion. Against this, the German defenders, be they elite veterans or young boys or old men of the Volkssturm, found themselves unable and ultimately unwilling to surrender. Unable to surrender for fear of execution by their superiors for treason and defeatism, unwilling to surrender as the Soviets' concept of revenge inflicted on captured German soldiers and civilians was well known and equally feared. So while many Germans at this point were readily surrendering to Western allies, those on the Eastern Front fought to the very bitter end. Against the ad hoc assembly of some 100,000 German defenders within the city, the Soviets threw over 1 million men into the Battle of Berlin. As a result, the overall battle for Berlin only lasted a few short weeks. In April 1945, it would result in hundreds of thousands of casualties being inflicted on both sides. Ultimately proved to be the final battle of the Second World War in Europe, also one of its very bloodiest. That is a very strange way to end a campaign. I mean, the objective is to lose, so I can only presume that if I find some way to cheese the mission and last for 50 long turns, which, I mean, the way that will be achieved would most likely be to create some kind of untouchable artillery and anti-aircraft formation where the enemy will just refuse to attack because they can't inflict any damage anywhere. Which is very achievable with certain units. I mean, I could put no supply. In fact, that is an interesting thought. I could put no supply on the mouse. And consolidator, so it becomes a massive 20 unit. And resilient. And I think it would just be indestructible. I don't think there are any units in the game that could penetrate it. It could just sit there on a tile somewhere and be untouchable. You can move to 1946 on the positive side. That's a funny bug. Okay. So anyway, a short video because this is no, I mean this is the efficient way to win, right? So I might do another video and see if I can use the mouse to cheese the mission in the other way and see if I can last the full 50 turns. But the bizarre thing is that will end in defeat. Strangely enough. Because of the way the mission is set up, it looks to me like it will just end in defeat if you stick it out the whole time. So anyway, this may be it for the campaign, and I'll see you guys in the next one. The next game will be the Troop. Maybe there'll be one more video where I play with the mouse. I don't know. I mean, all it will be is me just sitting there with the mouse, clicking the end turn button. So maybe it wouldn't be that exciting. But that's my other cheese. That's the cheese in the other direction that I was thinking of. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next campaign.